There we go. Okay. Let's do it. Big W. We're live. We're live, baby. Live and ready to thrive. Okay. Move this bad boy over yonder. What is going on, guys? I think we'll be doing, God willing, 2 streams today. This will be the first one. It's going to be about an hour and a half-ish. And then later, I should be back on later tonight, God willing. What is up, Nomad? What is going on? There we go. Turn that all the way down. All right. Yeah, anyway, so again, we're back on the same topic. Today, and probably the same tonight as well. Mormon prophets are not prophets. The Bible teaches Jesus is God and abortion is sin. So if anybody comes in here and disagrees, that's what we'll be talking about. So God willing, we'll get some good conversations over the next hour and a half-ish. That is the goal. So, and also it's kind of early on, people are probably still at church. So we went to the early service today. So that's why I'm even home early. So we got to go to the 8 a.m. By God's grace. We were late though. We were late. You already been to church today, Nomad, as well? What's up, Truth? What's going on? Keep on tapping the screen. It helps the algorithm, helps us get pushed out. It likes that stuff a lot. Oops. There we go. Uh-oh. Phone is freaking out. There we go. Again, yeah, the topics are Jesus is God. The Bible teaches Jesus is God. The Bible teaches Jesus is God. The, Mormonism, the Mormon prophets are not prophets. In fact, they're disqualified as prophets. Therefore, they're not true prophets. I think that's the clear implication. And then abortion is sin. Abortion is sin, and it is a murder. The Bible teaches that murder, obviously, if someone sheds the blood of another, their blood shall be shed, obviously in the unjust sense. If they have committed killing unjustly, their blood shall be spilled by man as well. So that is what abortion is. Abortion is a murder. They have taken the innocent life of a child who has done nothing worthy of the death penalty. And we obviously see murder kind of celebrated in our culture today a lot. Obviously, like, again, kind of talked about it yesterday, but the women standing in solidarity with old girl that murdered her 3 kids and said, go back to God, it's awful. And people are like, same, they're standing, like I said, in solidarity with her. It's disgusting. And yeah, I actually saw a meme a little bit ago. It was like women went from it's okay to kill your babies in the wombs to killing your babies if you're a little bit stressed out. So that's just it's kind of our culture, which is really, really unfortunate how depraved we are. Again, proving total depravity is absolutely a thing. And that God, when he's not restraining our evil, we will absolutely run headlong into our own destruction. So is absolutely what happens. So ultimately, I think as Christians, we need to be praying for our country. Absolutely, that our nation would stop. They would stop murdering our children. Sorry, I'm trying to get my stuff up. Oh my goodness. So again, guys, please keep tapping the screen. Why is it doing this, bro? There we go. that work? There we go. Keep on tapping the screen. Share the live to your story and repost it. It helps out a ton. So there we go. So yeah. And again, if you disagree, please feel free to request up. We are doing, like I said, in earlier streams. This is a little bit out of the normal rhythm. That's it, really? Is it? Hold on. A little bit out of the normal rhythm here. So again, if you disagree, please feel free to request up. If you know somebody who disagrees and you think they would be a good, if you can say the word interlocutor, you can share it with them. But really looking to have good, honest, respectful conversations and not the stupid yelling at each other. It just gets nowhere a lot of the time. Sometimes people need to be chastised a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. It happens, but that is the exception, not the rule, obviously. So Judicious Master is laughing. What are you laughing about? Hi, Christina. I want to be in on the joke, Judicious. I got to be in. You can't leave me out. And if I'm the joke, you got to tell me why. Maybe I'll laugh with you. Oh, the world may never know. The world may never know. Thanks for the heart, me, Christina. Saw y'all were live over on, I don't know whose live y'all were on a little bit ago, or a few minutes ago, I guess, rather. But I know you guys are probably been on for a little bit. I saw somebody was live. Cajun sent me a live at 3 a.m. And I was like, are you guys not like going to bed? This is craziness, man. Absolute insanity. You guys stay up so late. Could not be me. I haven't slept yet. That's crazy. That is crazy. This is being, there we go. Scoot over. That way I want it to be all in my face here. But yeah, again, God willing, we'll get some good conversations going. Guys, please share the live to your stories as well as reposting and then tapping the screen. That way we can get pushed onto the algorithm and get some good combos going. I'm a night owl. What can I say? Well, I can stay up late sometimes, but not sleeping. I haven't been. I don't know that I haven't slept through the night like that since probably I was in high school. It's been a long. I'm just not built for that. I gotta get a few hours. What's up, Mermaid? What is going on? Have you been up all night too, Mermaid? Like all the other abolitionists? You've been staying up all night on live streams? Abortion is always valid? Actually, it's not. It's never valid. Can't murder children. Murder is bad. It is sinful, indeed. It is sinful, indeed. I woke up 30 minutes ago. W. Hello.
Hi. I've just got one question. It's about the last point.
Headphones. Uno momento, por favor.
No worries, mate.
I was having this issue last night. Can't hear nobody. There we go. Disconnect, reconnect. Connected. What's up, Brian? AirPods are not the way. Hello?
Hello?
There we go. What's up?
Sweet. Hi. I've just got one question. I've
got a few questions for you first, just real
sweet.
quick. How old are you for TikTok?
21.
Okay. When does biological human life begin?
Biological human life begins upon birth.
Okay. So if you were to open like a biology textbook, what would that say about when human life begins?
Good question. I'm not fully attuned.
It would say conception.
It would say conception.
Conception, 100%. Any biology book you open up is going to say conception.
Okay, cool. Right. Okay, cool. I like that you're not using religion as the main sort of hook here.
Well, I
So,
am, but again, I'm trying to show you that even though I guess you would kind of reject what God says. Obviously, it's just
well,
it's an
I
agreed
don't.
upon
I'm not a
fact.
big
So
believer in God, and I don't agree with Christianity as a whole. But
okay,
that
so
is
I guess would you say that you've changed your mind now since it's a biological fact that human life begins at conception, that you would agree with that?
no, regardless of what belief anyone has as to where human life begins, I think that abortion is valid for all 9 months.
No, but I'm saying as far as like when human life begins, are you willing to concede now, since it's a biological fact, it begins at conception? That have you changed your view on that now?
Sure, yeah, you could say I changed my view, but I haven't changed my
Okay.
view on abortion as a whole.
Okay.
I
So why should women be allowed to kill their children?
Um, well, I think it's completely valid for them to abort any pregnancy for a number of reasons, and
All
I
nine
do believe it
months?
shouldn't. All 9 months, all 9 months, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Now, the some of the reasons for abortion, and now I've had multiple people say, "Oh, well, this is the minority percentage," but that percentage still exists. Is in the topic of grape. Now that happens everywhere around the
Is that
world,
the only
24/7.
exception you hold?
No, that's not the only exception I hold, but this is the one
Okay.
specific point
Well,
I'm
then
going to touch on.
let's not stand on the backs of victims to try to make a point, right? So,
I'm
it,
not standing on
if
the.
you hold, that's kind of what you brought up. So, if you don't hold to rape and people having awful things done to them as your only exception, you shouldn't be using that as your go-to, because again, at the end of the day, it's still a gruesome murder. But you agree that women should be able to do it, kind of like with impunity, regardless of the circumstance, right?
Yes,
All 9 months.
absolutely. It's not. It's not your body, is it? You're not the one harboring
Okay.
potential
So
life.
so so if a woman's pregnant and she's pregnant with a black man's child, she's white, and says, "I want to kill it because it's black." You think that's fine?
No, of course not. I don't think it's fine.
Why? But you said that it was. You said all 9 months for any reason. So if she thinks, "I don't want to have a black baby, I don't like black people anymore," why shouldn't she be allowed to kill it?
Right. For when has it ever been done? For a start,
It's a hypothetical, but you said for any
it's a
reason. So
it's hypothetical. Exactly. This
so
hasn't happened. This
Reese,
hasn't been a
Reese,
trait.
Reese,
This isn't
Reese.
realistic. This is not a
Do you
realistic.
know? Hold on, Reese. Do you know all things?
Do I know all things? No. Do you?
Yeah. Okay. No. That's not my claim though. But you're saying it's never happened. So how do you know it's never happened?
Never happened. Never been documented. There's no sustainable evidence.
Have you researched this?
Yes.
You've researched, have women gotten abortions because their kids are
Oh,
black? I think he said I think he was in the middle of saying that his phone was dying. He said, "Oh, my phone," and then it died. So again, guys, this is kind of the silliness of the pro-choice argument. Again, he said at the beginning, all 9 months for any reason. I was very clear about that. And then he said, and then when I push him on any reason, he's like, no, not that reason. You see what I'm saying? So this shows the hypocrisy, the silliness. People haven't thought their worldviews through on this. So abortion is sin. It is murder. You're slaughtering a child. There should be total, absolute equal protection written into law for our unborn neighbors. These people should not be allowed to murder their children for any reason at all. So this is not the way. Abortion is not murder. Come on up, Splinter. Explain. Explain. If you disagree with the prompts, feel free to request up. Host equals SHIT for brains. Well, come prove that, Splinter. Don't hide in the comments. Oh, I can't multi-guest you. You don't have live access. Well, if you can't come up and you're just gonna talk mess in the comments, yeah, you're gonna get a timeout till you learn some manners. So you can watch. Thank you for your viewership, but you won't be able to talk. You can tap though. Get those fingers moving. You're going to chain up women and force them to push out babies. So no one's forcing them to push out babies. We're just saying you can't murder people, right? So, and again, Wesley, if you disagree here, do you have live access? You do. Come on up, Wesley. Chat about it. Come on up, Mr. Wesley. No hiding in the comments. No thumb thuggers, as a fellow abolitionist would say. No thumb thuggers. None of them are allowed.
Eva.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hello. Good. How old are you for TikTok?
Excuse me, Chico.
Sorry?
Your screen has gone black. Okay. Excuse me.
My screen's gone
all
black.
right,
I can
excuse
see
me,
myself on
Chico.
my iPad.
Oh.
It must be your phone.
Oh, well, I can. I'm sorry, Bab. How
okay.
are you today?
Good. How old are you for TikTok?
What? All right. Cheeky.
How old are you for TikTok?
What?
Okay.
What?
Have a nice day. Repent of your sins, trust in Christ. Not you don't have the capacity to have an intelligent conversation, I guess. It's okay. I get it. It's not for everybody. You have reading problems, bro? No. Why? It says your thing is you going to chain up we man. We man? It's like he-man. Ah.
I'm
How
sorry,
old are you
my
for
phone was
TikTok?
glitching, Bab. I'm sorry.
How old are you for
I'm
TikTok?
16. Is that all right?
Okay. No, it's not. You got to be over the age of 18. TikTok TOS. God bless you. So you can read? Well, don't hide in the comments, Wesley. Come on. Don't hide in the comments. Come tell me why women should be able to murder their babies. Go ahead. Come on up. Tell me why women should murder their babies. Book of Numbers says it's okay. Come prove that. Go ahead, Wesley. Please. I've never heard about the Numbers 5 barrenness curse. It's never been brought up to me before. Ever. So please come enlighten me. Please come enlighten me. Oh, who's in the guest box? Is it the 16-year-old again? It is. 16-year-olds are not allowed up on these panels. Not Numbers 5, I know. The bitter waters. Yep. The bitter waters every time, man. Never heard it before. You've caught me off guard. You've caught me off guard. This is an 18 plus panel, by the way. If you're not over the age of 18, thanks for the heart me. You're not allowed up on the panel. So, what's up? What's up, Nick? Or not a stiff neck. What's up? All 9 months, that dirty savage. That's Aztec levels of disgusting. It is. Even from, and obviously I know you'd probably agree, Count, but even from the earliest stage, it's just as savage. Just as savage. I know King, read your Bible, lean not on your own understanding. That's crazy. Happy Lord's Day. Well, Wesley, listen, if you have the capacity to speak on it in the comments, you can come up. I get it can be a little, it can be a little frightening to come up and defend a silly claim like that, but I would challenge you to. I would challenge you to. You're obviously. I'm assuming you're a man. It's 2026. You can be, I guess, anything, but must be a cowardly man, I guess. I mean, you would be, since you like killing children. You like allowing kids to be killed. Happy Lord's Day. What claim was said? That the Bible teaches that you can have abortions. That was the claim. So it's in the Bible I gave you, where you can find the Bible speaks for me, boss. Listen, hey, Wesley, I was kind of being a little bit like funny when I said Numbers 5's never been brought up to me before. It has been, and it's a barrenness curse. So I get why you don't want to come up here, because it's an indefensible position and you're just trying to make a point, but your point is null. You don't know what you're talking about. Hello, Richard. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can you
sir.
hear me?
Yes, sir. How old are you for TikTok?
Oh, I'm over 30.
Oh, you're over 30? Cool. Okay. Are you a Christian?
I'm a member of the Baha'i faith.
Baha'i. Okay,
Believing
interesting. Okay.
believing like Christianity and all
You
the
believe in
other
like all
faiths,
the Abrahamic religions.
especially the word of God from each faith, not just, you know, the man-made churches.
Okay. So which prompt would you disagree with?
No, I just want to share something about the Mormon church. I don't know if you
Okay.
allow that, but it's
Well,
something very
I'm trying to
crucial.
talk to believing. So I'm trying to talk to believing Latter-day Saints. If they want to come and have a conversation on that, that's fine. But I've talked to a lot of Latter-day Saints. I study their religion a lot. But I mean, I would prefer if you have if something that you disagree with,
Yes.
I would prefer you speak on that.
Oh yeah, big time. It's
Which one?
I consider it's the greatest evidence to disapprove that religion.
I'm confused. What are you trying to say, Richard?
No, you know how they're saying that Jesus came to America.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want to disapprove that. I have some facts to. So they're saying that
I totally agree. Yeah.
So in the Book of Mormon, that book, somewhere there they mention that Jesus visited Americas right after his resurrection.
I think it's
So
in
if
35. Yeah.
so if I write down the timeline, it will be like around AD 34. That's when Jesus was crucified and he resurrected. And the claim was he came to the Americas and then visit other people, like other sheep.
Right.
Okay, so let's say I believe that too. Okay, let's say, okay, I believe the Book of Mormon. But there's something that Joseph Smith forget, or he forgot, or he didn't even know exist. You know, at AD 96, if you look at the timeline, AD 96, Jesus came back down on earth, not physically, but he sends his angel to John and revealed to John the book of Revelation. That book disapproved the Book of Mormon. Why? Because why would Jesus go to Americas? And then 60 years he came back and revealed that book is about 23 or 22 chapters.
Oh, you were saying AD 96. I thought you were saying 18, like
Oh, sorry.
1800s. I thought that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
My bad.
No,
I was
AD.
confused.
AD.
AD.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So
Okay.
So that timeline, yeah, it's a problem. I was trying to connect the dots. I was trying to believe the church. I want to let but it just don't connect.
It doesn't. I would totally agree. So, are you? I would love to ask you a question. Are you anti-abortion?
No.
Okay. Why?
What's the anti-abortion? With or we not supporting it?
Are you correct? Are you against abortion?
Oh yeah, I'm against.
You're against it. Okay. Do you hold any exceptions like life of the mother, rape or incest, anything like that?
Yes.
You do. So you believe that abortion is justified if for whatever reason, if someone says the life of the mother is in danger, or if she was raped, she's then allowed to get an abortion.
Oh, only when the professional physician recommended to. Only. Yeah, but it's
Well,
not
they
it's
recommend
not
it for
a
a lot of
right.
things.
Yeah, it's not a right of a mother or a female to do abortion.
Okay, so if the doctor recommended an abortion because the baby had Down syndrome,
Yeah, something like that. Only through the
you would allow that?
recommendation. Yeah, if the doctor feels that it will, there's something, it might kill the mom, the mother, or something like that. It's not a
Okay.
decision to take lightly. It's a very
Okay.
personal, but it has to come from the doctor
Okay. So, okay.
for health
What is
reasons.
murder? What is murder?
Oh, when you take somebody else's life without,
Unjustly, right? Because
yeah,
there are biblical warrants for taking somebody's life. Like if somebody rapes a woman, if somebody kills somebody, like murders them, like unjustly takes their life, then they're allowed to be killed. Like that's a just reason to take somebody's life. But murder is the unjust taking of human life, correct?
it is. It's one of the Ten
Okay.
Commandments.
Agreed. Okay. So it's one of the 10 commandments, but God says he hates the hands that shed innocent blood, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And God also tells us in the Bible um that we are to protect the orphans and the fatherless, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if God tells us to protect the orphans and the fatherless, God says he hates the hands that shed innocent blood and that we shouldn't commit murder. Why would you give any exceptions, whether the woman's raped, whether the woman, like even if the doctor says, because obviously doctors don't know everything, they're making educated guesses, right? They don't know if the mother's life is actually going to end or not. In fact, they don't even know if the baby will actually die or not. They're making guesses. So why should we, if you're going to claim to believe the Bible to some extent, why would you give any exceptions if God says to protect the orphans, but you're saying that the orphans can be killed?
So let me share you the Baha'i writings. So in the Baha'i faith, abortion is strongly discouraged and forbidden as methods of birth control or to end of unwanted pregnancy, because the human soul comes into being at the moment of conception. However, termination are allowable for serious medical reasons like rape, incest, and lack of fetal viability. So that's what I was trying to tell you. So
Okay,
we
but
based
but but
on,
that would still be murder, Richard. It doesn't matter if a doctor says that the mother or recommends that the mother should do it. You're still taking this baby's life who has done nothing worthy of the death penalty. So it doesn't matter any circumstance. Instead of trying to kill the baby, because again, Richard, if you reverse the roles, right? So in the idea of a medically necessary abortion, I don't think there is a medically necessary reason to have an abortion, but if you just want to use that term, it's medically necessary. If you flip it, right, in the medically necessary abortion side, it's the baby is like they're going to say that the baby is somehow aggressing upon the mother, right? And the baby's life, if the baby's life isn't taken, then the mother will die. Okay. But flip the script and say if the mother's body is aggressing upon the child and killing it, should we be allowed to kill the mother and save the baby? Just preemptively kill the mother?
no, it's a murder.
Right.
It's the
So
same
it
thing.
doesn't,
If you kill the
well,
baby, it's a
it's
murder. If
murder.
you kill the mom, it's a murder.
Exactly. So why should we allow for any exceptions when God's law explicitly forbids that? You see what I'm saying? If you're going to claim to believe, at least to some degree, what God has said in his word, then why allow for any exceptions? Because again, God says he hates those hands that shed innocent blood, and they're killing children who have done nothing worthy of the death penalty. So I would say at the end of the day that's kind of that's a problem. So, and also another thing, Richard. So just if you go to the rape exception, right, you're essentially saying if a mother can get an abortion because she was raped, you're saying that the child should be punished for the crimes of the father at the end of the day, because the baby's done nothing wrong. It is actually a totally innocent party. It's done nothing wrong. And since that's the case, the baby since it's done nothing wrong, should not be killed because the father is a rapist. In fact, actually the opposite. The father should be killed according to God's law, and the baby should be loved on and provided for. So yeah,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's the
but you
mother's
disagree.
call. No, no, no.
Well,
It's the mother's call. If I'm a mother, I wish I'm a mother so I can feel that. But you know, it will be in God's mercy. That child. So God will take care of the sin, whatever. I'm not there to judge killing the baby or the mom, but we're here on this earth. We need to save the
We aren't to
mom's
judge
life.
that, Richard. God is very clear in his word. If somebody's going to kill their child, you should judge them for that. He tells us to judge with righteous judgment.
Yes. Yeah, but that will be like for God to judge. I know what you're saying, but let him judge the sin of whoever's going to kill the baby or not.
Okay,
But
so
I'm getting what
would
you're
you say the
saying.
same? I'm sorry, Richard, but like, would you hold the same standard if somebody's going to rape somebody? Like if someone comes out and says, I'm gonna go rape all these kids," right? If they just say that, and you're like, God's gonna judge you, it's fine. Would you say that?
No. Well, that's a
Right,
different subject.
exactly. No, well, no,
But
it's a
did you
different.
know that
It's
Jesus?
well, hold on,
Did
Richard.
you know
Hold
that
on, real quick.
Jesus
I get. Hold on, just real quick. I get it's a different scenario, but it's the same logic. You said if God is the one strictly who is going to judge, and therefore we shouldn't be judging people for what they're going to go do, then we shouldn't be judging rapists for going to seek to, like rape toddlers.
No, what I'm saying
It's the same logic.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if the doctor like recommend you, if you allow this pregnancy, you're not going to leave. You're going to die. So the mom's going to say, okay, abort the baby because I want to leave because I need to take care of my other babies and
Well,
my
there is no
husband
medically
and my
necessary
other
reason, Richard.
responsibility. What's that?
There's no medically necessary reason for an abortion.
Well, you're not a doctor. That's a problem.
You
Are
don't
you a
have to be a
doctor?
doctor, Richard. No, you don't have to be a doctor. If you could, like,
But the
there
doctor
is
knows
zero.
better than you and me. They know better about the
Okay,
life of the mom.
they can be more educated, but still telling somebody that they can murder their child because there's a possibility that there
No,
could be
it's
harm
not
to the mother.
murder. It's not
It is
murder.
murder.
I have to disagree
Has the
with
baby?
you.
Well, Richard, again, has the
It's
baby
not
done
murdering
anything
a
worth?
baby.
Hold on, Richard. Has the baby done anything worthy of the death penalty?
It's not a death penalty. You just
No, but Richard, has the
I
baby
think you're
done
taking
anything
wrongly, man.
worthy? No, Richard.
You know that
Again,
God works with
Richard,
doctors.
hold on. Has the baby done anything worthy of the death penalty?
No, that shouldn't be the question. You're just twisting
No,
it to
no,
kind of.
I'm not twisting it.
You
I'm telling
are.
you because because Richard, you
Okay, so
agreed a
let me
little bit
ask you.
ago.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Richard, no, hold on. I asked you a little bit ago if you believed that if somebody is murdered, right? Or I'm sorry, I kind of led you through this thing, like where in God's word it was very clear. If somebody takes a life without being, if they take their life and they've done nothing worthy of the death penalty, then that's murder, right? I'm pretty sure you agree with me on that. That's called murder. It's the unjust taking of human life.
Yeah, it's called the
So
penalty. It's called the penalty.
it's a penalty,
Punishment.
right?
It's a
So
penalty
if you seek
punishment.
Okay, but Richard, if you seek to take somebody's life and they've done nothing worthy of the death penalty, meaning they are innocent in that circumstance, what is that?
So now you're contradicting. Killing a person is murder, regardless of what. I'm telling you. Why are you shaking your head?
God bless you, Richard. Go in peace, my friend. You need to repent. You need to turn away from this false religion you're a part of. This Baha'i faith has led you to believe all of these things to be just disgusting, and it's leading you to believe that all these Abrahamic religions are equally true. It's false. Jesus is Lord. He rose from the dead. The Baha'i faith is false. Islam is false. Judaism, as it is now in today's form, is false. Christianity is the only true religion. Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody comes to the Father except through me. That's it. That's all it is. You can't kill your children, dude. You can't allow women to kill your children. And if you allow them to do that, then you are just locking arms with them and saying it's okay. What's up?
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah,
It
that
is
was crazy.
going.
It took a turn. That conversation took a turn. I was thinking
It
you were
did.
going to get through to him. Yep.
No. What's up, Manny?
What's up?
What's up, man? Or how old are you for TikTok?
Yeah, I'm 23.
Okay. I'm assuming, or which one do you disagree with as far as the bullet points?
Yeah, the third one.
You don't, so you would say it's not sin?
Well, when we say sin, it's like not justified. It's like not justified. I think that the action is justified.
Okay. Why should women be? Or here, when does biological human life begin?
Yeah, conception, but you'd be
Okay.
committing to Hume's guillotine, bro, if you were to do that route.
Explain what you mean. Go ahead.
Hume's guillotine just wants to say that you're making what something is, or what's descriptively true, like what we observe, like the science, like let's say in the scientific realm, such as that life begins at conception, right, where the DNA, where the merges of half of the parent's DNA merges, right? And that should be the case on like what should we ought to do. There's a gap between those two.
So do you
So
believe
you're
that all
gonna,
human life is valuable equally?
I value all persons equally. I don't think that those are two different things.
When does the baby become a person in the womb?
I take around like the 22 weeks, and then I take like a precautionary period before like around 18.
Okay, why? Why that standard?
Yeah, I just take the view of like sentience, and the cause of sentience would be the rational soul.
Okay, so how far do you take sentience? So are you familiar with like Destiny? I'm assuming you're familiar with him.
Yeah, Destiny's he's a pretty shit debater.
Well, sure, but his view is also sentience, and in his view is, and I think this is the logically consistent view if you're going to hold to it, that if the child is born without sentience, then you can like farm it out to pedophiles for them to have sex with. Would you kind of agree with
No,
that?
because I can appeal the external factors of like normative views. So if it's a case that under this scenario that this a comatose baby or anaphylactic baby comes out, right, and then it's a case that this person wants to do like this like horrific actions, there's still some sort of wrong maker in a sense that I take the view that it's wrong in a sense of like it goes against your well-being, goes against virtues. So it's not the case that
whose well-being though?
Yeah, the person that's committing the action.
But it's not going against their well-being, because a pedophile, like they're getting personal sexual gratification, and it's actually
That's why normative views exist.
So okay, well again, so you're saying like normative views as in like what society would deem acceptable? Is that kind of what you're saying?
No, I'm not a moral relativist. I believe in moral realism.
Okay, so then what do you mean by like normative? Like how are you coming to that conclusion?
Normative,
what's normative?
They're just like action guiding. They're just like action guiding that leads to a principle. So the principle would be what maximizes like a person's well-being, right? In order to achieve those, you just have to commit like good action. So in this scenario, this hypothetical,
action, hold on, though, I guess.
Yeah,
sure, go ahead. You're right.
Yeah, like under this example, yeah, it is a bad action. And the reason why, right, is because you're not using your mind or intellect, right? You're just using something or someone for a pure means, right? So I think that what the person's doing is wrong.
It doesn't have personhood in your view, so it's not doing anything to anybody.
It doesn't refer to like it doesn't have to refer to like a non-subject, right? I think I can bring in abductive cases. How's it the case? I can bring abductive cases.
Okay, well, hold on. So if you're going to say, as far as your worldview goes, that the child doesn't have sentience, therefore it's not a person, and the pedophile is getting sexual gratification that keeps him from doing it to people who you would deem to have sentience or personhood, how would that be wrong? He's not. There shouldn't, as far as I can see, there shouldn't be a wrong maker
because the action he's doing is immoral. I'm appealing to external
by what
facts.
Standard?
Yeah, by the like normative views, like what's fact, like.
Who's
facts outside of the
though?
mind. Yeah, I believe in objective morality.
Okay, well, again, I don't think it would be objective morality. I don't think this would fall. Well, hold on, real quick. I don't think this would fall into immorality in your view, because the child doesn't have personhood. So if the child doesn't have personhood in the womb, and you can kill it, poison it, rip it apart, whatever, then you should be allowed to gratify yourself sexually with it, because it doesn't have personhood. Therefore, it's not immoral.
That doesn't follow. Like, again, I can bring abductive cases where it goes against like your character, like the actions. So I think that you're confused. I think that you're confused.
Something to say to that?
Well, I think that you're confused. That I'm trying to tell you what's up. I'm not trying to win this debate.
Do you have something to say to that?
Yeah, I was just going to ask what makes it immoral and who determines what is immoral.
Yeah, the first question. So I just take like a virtue ethics normative view. Just want to say that what makes something good or what it's to achieve like an objective end or like a purpose, which is to flourish, right? And in order to achieve those, right, we create good habits and we create good actions and good character. But we do those because we're just rational. I think that the PDF, right, isn't rational by doing those actions.
Yeah, but
And then
how
the
do you
second
know what
question,
is
hold on, let
good
me answer.
though?
Let me
That
finish.
no. Like
Yeah,
that's the
I was
question.
gonna answer. I was gonna answer the second part of the question until you interrupted
Yeah,
me.
how do you know what's good though? It's a clarifying question
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
a
first one.
naturalist. I like a moral realist naturalist.
What does that mean?
I
Dumb
just
it
want to
down for me.
say, yeah, I just want to say that natural properties are like moral statements or moral facts are reducible by natural properties. And in the sense that we observe what we observed or collect empirical data, and then um, in addition with some sort of like metaphysical commitment.
Yeah, how do you come to that conclusion though? Like, what are you using to determine whether you're correct in calling something good and the P3DO calling what he's doing is
You're
good?
conflating the two. I think those are two different paradigms. If you're asking
No.
me, hold on. If you're asking me why is he doing it wrong, I just answered it. But if the question is like, how do we know? I just did. I answered the second ladder. Like,
Yeah, but he disagrees with you and says that what he's doing is good.
what's the contention? Like, just because he's doing like the nah, like
Who are you?
doesn't negate it.
Who are you to tell him that he's wrong? Where does that come from?
Yeah, the question is vague. I'll repeat this one more time.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's very vague, man. I mean, she's basically asking you, how are you grounding? Because you said like normative.
Yeah, virtue.
You're like a moral realist. Hold on. How are you grounding that? Like where does that grounding come from for you?
Yeah,
Look
I'm a
at the
naturalist.
pedophile.
I'm a naturalist. I just want to say that natural properties are reducible to like moral properties. Yeah. So the way that we observe, in addition, the kind of data that we receive empirically, such as like new discoveries, like for example, when we say that H2O and water, they weren't back then. They weren't the same thing, but since we discovered based on those datas, they are the same thing, right? The same can be applied within those kind of like those kind of conditions. Those can be applied within like the moral realm, such as that what's true of a person and what's true of like what's true in the natural world is true like moral property, such as like flourishing, the causes, right? Those things are indexed.
This would cause human flourishing, though. This would cause human flourishing in this specific hypothetical. Well, hold on. So if you're telling me
you're still conflating the two. You're still complaining.
No, hold on. Again, listen, because we're working with a hypothetical where the person, like where a mother she gives birth to a child who's non-sentient. So in your worldview, it's not a person. So if you had an entire, if you want to call it a factory, it's probably not the best way to put it. A factory of mothers.
You're still complaining.
Hold on, Manny, hold on. Just let me finish. Then you can deconstruct it. Whatever. You have a whole factory where mothers are pumping out these kids to give to pedophiles, and ultimately it keeps them from hurting kids that in your view have sentience. Why would that be wrong? Again, if the whole world is agreeing with this, these people get these non-sentient kids because they're not persons, and therefore they're being sexually gratified, and they're not hurting people who you would deem to have personhood. Why is that wrong?
Yeah, I think you're still conflating those two. So meta ethics.
I think you just don't want to answer the question. Well, I think that's what it is.
Do you think that questions can be flawed? Yes or no?
So you have to show why it's flawed. You can't just say it's flawed.
Yeah, I was explaining to you. You're just doing like the nah attitude.
No, I'm not. No, because again,
let me try to explain it. Let me just try to explain.
I'm taking just one more time. I'm taking your view on personhood. I'm taking your view on personhood. It's not a person. In this hypothetical, the world is better off because nobody's hurting persons in your worldview. Persons. So why would it be wrong for the world to be like, let's have these kids who are not sentient, give them to the pedophiles, and the pedophiles will not hurt our actual people? Go ahead.
It wouldn't be any. It wouldn't be any. Wait. It wouldn't be any different. Hold on. It wouldn't be any different than. Oh. Hello?
Let me just try to answer this instead of like, because like if you're gonna ask me like more questions, it's gonna be like hard to like just like can like little pipe down.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Joyful, you can talk to him. I can't hear nothing. Sorry.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'll just like answer.
Can y'all hear them anymore? I'm on my iPad and I can hear myself. But even on my iPad, like their inputs aren't coming in anymore. TikTok, y'all need to fix your studio, bro. No, okay, so there's something with okay, turn that down. Hold on. Okay. There's something going on with TikTok. I did this last night, like where I don't like it, like for some reason on my lives, it's not that I just can't hear them. When they talk, you just can't hear them anymore. Like their inputs quit working throughout TikTok. I don't understand. This has happened to me the last 2 days. I had to uninstall my TikTok and reinstall it on my computer. It's not even showing that their like names are lighting up or nothing. Okay. Daggone, bro. It's God convincing you of the truth. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, if y'all can hear me, I know you guys can hear me, but we can't hear. I'm gonna restart and I'll be back. 2 seconds. Ugh. That is so annoying. I'm just gonna close the app out. It's funny. So there was a Mormon in my chat just a minute ago, YouTube. And he was like, it's God convicting you of the truth. Okay, well, the guy that was up there was talking about why babies should be killed because they don't have sentience. I don't think he came in at the wrong moment to try to argue that. LOL, dude. It's so funny. Oh, dude, not this crap again, bro. It just stops working. That's so frustrating. I feel like that was a good conversation too. Okay, I'm gonna get Spotify up, make sure it's genuinely not my headphones right now. Spotify. Oh, I can't hear it right now. Okay. So it is my headphones right now. I'm gonna have to get different. Bro, I just got these AirPods, bro, like 6 months ago. Make sure, oh wait. Turn off my Bluetooth on my iPad and my phone. Hold on. You know, hold on. I'm gonna remove the device. I'm gonna do that. Oh, hold on, guys. 1 second. Just gonna totally remove my AirPods from my computer. Remove the device. Yes, I'm sure I want to remove the device. Uno momento, por favor. AirPods are kind of trash, not gonna lie. Come on. Ah, there we go. Audio connecting. Da-ding. Okay. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, cool. All right. You there, Judging? Joyfully? It did it again, bro. This stupid app, dude. This stupid app. Yeah. It did this last night. I had to stop streaming. Oh, that is so annoying. All right, I'm going to try it again. Oh, I have to, wait, disconnect? Let me see. I'm going to multi-guest you again. TikTok, fix your freaking app, dude. Come on. Oh. Joyfully, I sent you a guest request. I guess see if you can come back up. Maybe I'll be able to hear you again. I might have to like go live on my phone or something. Oh, there's Cajun. Let's see. So now it's not bringing anybody up. See, I thought I got like shadow banned or something yesterday. I thought that's what the problem was, but it's not. I can hear myself. Hold on. When I come up, the whole screen goes black, and there's something wrong with TikTok, dude. This stinking TikTok. This is insane. Hold on. Allow my microphone. I'm gonna come up on my iPad. See if we can get it to work. Go live on your phone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off in 30 minutes. I have 30 minutes. We can do that. Yeah. Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. Yeah, my screen went black on my iPad when I joined on my second account. So I'll go live on my phone. Be back in a minute. Sorry, YouTube.